What's up guys, Miss here back with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes commentary video. Today we are continuing my roster review series with Admiral Ackbar. Admiral Ackbar is one of those obscure characters that nobody really paid much attention to before raids really took effect. His description says he is a rebel support that can dispel buffs and grant allies extra turns, and we'll go over his abilities in a sec. Now, his stats, his health is pretty average. He's right there with the bulk of the rest of the characters in the game. He doesn't have an abnormally large or small health pool. His speed is average, and his potency is actually better than a lot of the other characters in this game around gear level 8. His tenacity is also pretty good, so all in all, on paper, he's not exactly a super amazing character. Now, I don't have a lot of his abilities maxed out, so I went to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes database to go ahead and pull up his max stats on some of his abilities. His first ability, Quick Shot, deals physical damage to a target enemy and grants a 55% chance to gain 45% turn meter. Now that is with the Omega. Without the Omega, it's only a 30% turn meter. His second ability, It's a Trap, dispels all negative status effects from all allies, and each ally recovers 9% of their max health for each effect dispelled this way. Admiral Ackbar also has a 25% chance to gain 25% turn meter, 40% with the Omega. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes database hasn't been updated with Tactical Genius's new description, so that reads Admiral Ackbar grants each ally the Tactical Genius effect. The first ally to use a special ability while they have this effect gains 100% turn meter and recovers 26% of their max health. I obviously don't have that max, but the next increments are just a health increase. Tactical Genius ends whenever an ally triggers this effect or at the end of Admiral's next turn. And I have tested that if Tactical Genius does get used, and it comes all the way back around to Admiral Ackbar's next turn, you can use his heal ability and he will get the benefits of Tactical Genius. He will heal himself and he will gain 100% turn meter. That was one of the specific scenarios that I wanted to get the answer to when I was making this video. His leader ability is one of the best rebel leader abilities in the game, Rebel Coordination. Rebel allies gain speed and tenacity. In addition, whenever an ally uses an ability that isn't an attack, they call a rebel ally to assist. Recently, members of my guild have advised me of a specific build that people are using that incorporates Admiral Ackbar as the leader, with Princess Leia, Rey, Captain Phasma, and the Royal Guard. The purpose for this is that when you use Captain Phasma's Victory March, that's not an attack, calls a rebel. You got a 50% chance of calling Leia. Then when the Royal Guard uses his buff, that's not an attack, another chance to call Leia. You get a lot of extra opportunities for Leia to go more than once, which makes Admiral Ackbar's leader ability extremely advantageous. The only problem with that team build is that Leia is a pay-to-play character, unavailable to us free-to-play folk. In the video, you've seen me flashing through all of his gear. It's not outlandishly difficult, but there are a few pieces, specifically at gear 7 and 8, that drive me absolutely insane. One of them is that stupid frisbee piece, the holo projector, that every single character seems to need at least 2 of to get to gear level 8. His character shards are found in the squad arena. He was actually the 3rd character I unlocked, but I only got him to 7 recently after raids were released. I use him in the Ability Match Challenge because one of my allies has Wedge Antilles, as you'll see here in a sec. Wedge, I'm going to have to do a separate video on Wedge, probably in the next couple days, just as, not really my roster review, but just as a character review, because his attacks are devastating and his leader ability is awesome. The other reason I use Admiral Ackbar in this challenge is because of Darth Vader and his AoE dot. I just like to dispel it because I can. Now obviously in this challenge his offense is being boosted through Wedge Antilles' leader ability, so his attacks are just a little bit stronger than they would be otherwise. But his Tactical Genius is what is awesome here. I like using it specifically for Lando Calrissian, because it gives him 2 back-to-back AoE attacks as long as the first one is a crit. Rey and Qui-Gon Jinn are 2 other characters that a lot of people will have that are really good uses of his Tactical Genius. Rey because one, her health is normally pretty low, as you can see here. Using Tactical Genius would give her health up. And number two, it also gives her the ability to use her attacks back to back, as you just saw there. Qui-Gon Jinn is good for pretty much the same reason that I guess Geonosian Soldier would also be good for. And that's because each of their assist abilities only have a 1-turn cooldown. So you get that 100% turn meter back, use his basic ability, and the next time it comes around to their turn, their special ability is available again. The other main reason that everybody is real big on getting Admiral Ackbar right now is that Admiral Ackbar is pretty much mandatory for free-to-play to be competitive in raids right now. The purpose for that being his Dispel will clear death marks when you're in phase 1 of the raid against the Gamorrean Captain, and then also on phase 2 and 3, it can help you clear the debuffs that the Rancor puts on your team and increase the survivability of your team considerably, along with increasing their damage done. I hope if you've been deciding on whether or not to farm Admiral Ackbar, this has helped you decide. If you missed my last video, it was over Han Solo, Stormtrooper type, one of my favorite tanks. You can get to his video by clicking the annotation on the screen. And as always, like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.